next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and football has returned to America's finest city, San Diego, California. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Armadillos of San Diego.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
Inside the 20. Touchdown! Isaiah Pacheco with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Armadillos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on 1 play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
A gain of 32 that time.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball is right on the money and leads to a big play.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. First and 10 right at the 20.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Back to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after here coming up. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
And that flag accepted.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Richardson. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here's Pacheco once again. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Seven, 7, our score after 1. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Richardson.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal.
Pacheco is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down.
Here's Pacheco.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. One of the tight ends comes in motion.
They'll try and run with Pacheco.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down.
60-60.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively, and it's second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll look to throw here on first down.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again.
Complete. It's Dotson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
He'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. One final go for this offense here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Richardson working from the gun.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. Finding Williams once more. Complete. And the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Richardson to the air on 1st down.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to get going to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Okay, ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now back to throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. He'll look to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
Jahan Dotson.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
It's complete to Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw. Throw over the middle and finds Williams.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
Now Richardson.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Levi Onwuzurike
Able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
This out quickly to Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. A big play here, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Pacheco. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Back to throw. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So out come the Falcons now. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Richardson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the 4th quarter. He's got a man wide open. But oh, my goodness. Just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Richardson to throw it. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. They bring their punter out there now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. First and 10 all the way throughout the game, second and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Hey, check that. Go.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on second down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you get a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage, you fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And this home crowd is in a frenzy as their guys have pulled it out of the end.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf, and today that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A quick throw there out to Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
In motion right, Debo. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Well, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On first down, Tagovailoa steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is caught. It's Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front,
leverage, and boy, they get downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now a second and 10.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 46. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it.
He's got it to Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now it's Richardson.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. On first and 10, here's Pacheco.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down.
They'll run for it with Pacheco.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
At the 17-yard line.
Tua, a final shot before half. And incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance.
He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
I don't think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating, because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10.
Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee he's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. It's complete to Williams. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
60 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On first down, Richardson.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Richardson to the air on first down.
And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And this time he is in.
Isaiah Pacheco
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Armadillos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe.
That is caught.
And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
From the gun, it's Tua. This will be caught by Brown.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he is going to have a first down here. And that should be the one that seals a victory. Richardson looking to throw.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tua. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Here we go, first and goal. Here's Tua. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Richardson looking to throw it.
Quick hit it here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Throwing now is Richardson. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one